Legendary.
Leave it on, bro. I don't hear myself. Come on. Huh? Okay. Yeah.
I loosen wings all the time, why would I wanna flush? Money down the toilet for something so inglorious. When I got a diamond mine, I shine through my stories, bruh. My status come from Mora. Since I had baby fatty Russell was.
You are now listening to the Shaw Report with Damian Banks.
Hello.
What's happening? What's up? What's going on? It's the Shaw Report, and I am your host, Damian Banks. Shaw Bears alum and fans rejoice. This is your very own podcast hosted by moi, Damian Banks. Do me a favor, follow your boy on Instagram and Twitter at SportsByDamian. That's SportsByDamion. And Shaw University Athletics are on social media. On Twitter, it's at Shaw Bears. On Instagram, at SU_Bears. And on Facebook.com/Shaw Bears. Another week is in the books, ladies and gents. We back. We here. Truly blessed to be on the airwaves once again with the official podcast of Shaw University Athletics. Another week. Hope you guys had a productive one. We did as well. Always good to come to you after a big win on the gridiron. Congratulations to head coach Adrian Jones and his staff, moving to 1-1 on the season. Had a road game at Mars Hill. The Bears won that 27-9. I'll get into that one a little bit later. Also have the Shaw Bears scoreboard. Also have the CIAA scoreboard, run down a couple football games from over the weekend. Again, hope you guys are ready to go. I think I am. I got my water with me, my trusty spring water. I am having a little bit of complication with my eye. I woke up this morning. I have dreadlocks, full disclosure, beautiful head of dreadlocks. And, from time to time I wake up, I get a piece of hair in my eye. It scratches my eye, messes my whole day up. The whole day today, I don't know, man. My eye is just not right. Watering, nose running. You guys know what happens when you scratch your eye. Yeah, it sucks to be me right now, but I'm powering through for you because I love you, man. But I digress. This is the Shaw Report. Again, great weekend for Shaw University Athletics. Starting on Saturday with the football team. The men, the Shaw Bears, they went up to Mars Hill University, came away with a 27-9 win on the home opener for Mars Hill. Kudos, congratulations, man, to the quarterback for Shaw University, Keon Marsh, 25-33, 265 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions, no turnovers. That was very big. He played big. He played poised, hit the wide open receiver. The first game versus Hampton, Keon Marsh, very up and down game. Didn't really have a good game. He settled down in the second game. Week 1 to week 2, the improvement from the quarterback play was evident. The coaching staff really got a handle on things with the quarterback situation at Shaw during those 7 days off from week 1 to week 2. Really showed up in the play of Keon Marsh. No turnovers. Really looked solid out there. The running game showed improvement. Darrell McLean, 17 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Got the scoring started actually for Shaw with a 5-yard touchdown run in the first quarter. Wide receiver, huge day for Daniel Bender. 12 catches, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns, 63-yard drive. He caught his first touchdown of the day, which was 13 yards. Also, Daniel Bender had a fourth quarter touchdown catch, 12 yards to extend the lead to 21-9. It was 14-0 at halftime. Mars Hill came out third quarter, had 9 straight points, made it 14-9. So that 12-yard touchdown reception in the fourth quarter to make it 21-9 really was huge for Shaw. The last scoring drive for Shaw, Marquise Gorham came up big with a big catch, but again, Daniel Bender, 12 catches, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns. Marquise Gorham, 6 catches, 64 yards. Ray Green Jr., 3 catches, 19 yards. So the receiving corps, they had a really good day, as evident with Keon March passing for 265 yards. It was 21-9 in the fourth quarter. Mars Hill was trying to score to get back into the game. Mars Hill had 9 unanswered points in that third quarter, but again, like I said before, Daniel Bender, 12-yard touchdown reception in the fourth quarter to extend the lead to 21-9. 80-yard fumble return for a touchdown for Shaw University by Anthony Carter Jr. to put the game out of reach. The Bears win this one 27-9. Defensively, defensive coordinator Gilbert Williams, his defense came up big. Mars Hill quarterback Austin Brown did have 244 yards passing, but he didn't have any passing touchdowns. Shaw safety Kevin Sherman had an interception in the fourth quarter, only gave up 9 points. That's pretty good, ladies and gentlemen. Got to give a big shout out and kudos to the defense. Defense gave up some yardage, but they didn't give up any points. 422 yards of total offense for Mars Hills, but again, only resulting in 9 points. Two-time All-CIAA defender Devin Hunt, 14 tackles, 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss. Jalil Scroggins also had a big game, 11 tackles, 4 tackles for loss. And again, as I mentioned, Anthony Carter Jr., really huge 80-yard fumble return for a touchdown to seal the game in the fourth quarter. That sophomore from Cape Fear High School has had a really good season so far. Only 2 games in, but he had a really good game against Hampton. Also had a good game against Mars Hill. Along with the interception for Kevin Sherman, he had 7 tackles. Also, Andrew Cash, 7 stops. Caleb Barfield, 6 tackles for the Shaw Bears defense. Congratulations to the Shaw Bears football team. 1-1 on the season now. They have their home opener this Saturday at Durham County Memorial Stadium. They'll be hosting Chowan at 1 p.m. We hope to see your face in the place. I'll be there. I hope you are there as well. Gotta take this commercial break. Don't go anywhere. I'll take a swig of this natural spring water. Come right back. You're listening to the Shaw Report on Spreaker Radio. Hey Shaw Bears fans, refresh your game day with the new and improved real Coca-Cola taste of Coca-Cola Zero Sugar with 0 calories and 0 sugar. It's college sports' newest tradition. Grab an ice-cold Coca-Cola Zero Sugar and taste the feeling. Coca-Cola, proud sponsor of Shaw University Athletics.
You are now listening to the Shaw Report with Damian Banks.
Welcome back to the Shaw Report. Again, I am your host, Damian Banks. Bruh, please don't act like you don't know what I'm about to do. I think that was a double negative, but I digress. Follow your boy on Instagram and Twitter at Sports by Damian. That's SportsByDamion. And Shaw University Athletics are on social media. On Twitter, find us at Shaw Bears. On Instagram, at SU_Bears. And on Facebook.com/Shaw Bears. Again, congratulations to head coach Adrian Jones, the football team and his staff coming away with a huge 27-9 win on the road at Mars Hill. The Bears are now 1-1 on the season. Will host Chowan at Durham County Memorial Stadium this Saturday, 1 p.m. Please be there. Show your face. I will be there. Can't wait to get that fish. I need that fish. I mixed the fish with the tartar sauce and the hot sauce. Yeah, you know, that's how we do. But again, I digress. Again, 27-9 win for the football team, 1-1 on the season. Also, I told you before the break, we were going to talk about men's, women's soccer, as well as give you a little rundown on the CIAA scoreboard. But before I talk about the men's and women's soccer scores, because they're both, I told you, man, Shaw had an outstanding weekend in athletics. The football team won. The men's and women's soccer team both went undefeated, as well as the volleyball team, man. They doing big things. Big TINGS, big tings. Big tings at Guan, just like my island folk would say. You're a Shaw Bears alum or you're a Shaw Bears fan, poke that chest out. Walk around with your head up high. This weekend was off the chain, man. It was awesome for Shaw Bears athletics. Again, undefeated weekend. The football team won. Men's, women's soccer team won. Volleyball team won. Hope to have the head coach of the men's and women's soccer team, Matthew Brown, on. Hope to have new head coach for the volleyball team, Christina Coleman, on. Don't have them on for any interviews. Still trying to coordinate those interviews, but we'll have them on shortly. Right now, you just got to deal with me. So without further ado, let's get into the Bears scoreboard. We begin with women's soccer as the Lady Bears had their season opening game at Chowan canceled on September the 1st due to inclement weather. The Lady Bears were in action on September the 4th at Converse College in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Samantha Stiglmeyer scored a goal at the 6:49 mark as well as the 7:10 mark to help Shaw build a 2-0 first half lead. Leslie Mendoza capped off the scoring in the second half as Shaw came away with a 3-1 victory. Fast forward last Thursday, the Lady Bears took care of Methodist 3-2 in double overtime. Jassa Curry scored her first goal of the season, followed by a Samantha Stiglmeyer goal to tie the game going into overtime. Leslie Mendoza came away with the game winner at the 105:06 mark as the Bears were triumphant 3-2 over Methodist. On Saturday, the Lady Bears were clicking on all cylinders, beating Christendon 12-0. A hat trick for Jassa Curry, followed by 2 goals apiece from Hannah Perlstrom, Tiffy Ann Brown, and Feline Kaikov gave the Lady Bears the 12-0 win. Lady Bears are now 3-0 on the season. Next up is a game this Wednesday at Greensboro College. Moving on to men's soccer. Last Monday, the Bears' home opener against West Liberty was canceled due to inclement weather, so the men opened up at home versus Shenandoah. Shaw got out of the gate fast, scoring 4 goals in the first half. Tila Wilkie got the scoring started at the 15-19 mark, followed by Tiago Suma just 41 seconds later. At the 21:45 mark, Eric Quate scored, followed by another Theo Wilkie goal at 35-19. Tiago Suma finished off the scoring in the second half at the 84-17 mark as Shaw blanked Shenandoah 5-0. Last Wednesday, the Bears hit the road to Bristol, Tennessee to take on King University. After a scoreless first half, Shaw cracked the scoreboard at the 62-40 mark on a Moritz Lotson goal. King's Leo Braga would have the equalizer at the 73-56 mark to tie the score at 1, and in double overtime, the score was a 1-1 tie. On Saturday, the men came away with a 3-2 win at Christendon. Andre Matsuda scored at the 10-minute mark, followed by Paulo Filho at the 18:31 mark. Thela Wilkie scored the game winner at the 48:05 mark for a 3-2 win. On Sunday, the men were on the road as well at Bloomberg. They came away with a 2-1 victory. Andre Matsua and Tiago Suma both scored in the win. The men are now 2-1-1 on the season. Next up, a home game September the 15th versus Cincinnati Claremont at Durham County Memorial Stadium. For more information, go to shawbears.com. And now for volleyball, as new head coach Christina Coleman took the Bears to Petersburg, Virginia to participate in their first CIAA roundup. On Saturday's match, the Bears were able to come away with a 3-0 match win over Elizabeth City State, winning the first set 25-14, the second set 25-10, and the final set 25-13. 11 kills for Topanga Moten, 7 kills for Kavisha Voitley in that win. On Sunday, the Lady Bears had a double-header as they first faced Chowan, knocking off Chowan 25-9, 25-14, 25-14 in a 3-0 set match win. 4 kills for Carla Sosa and Asia Jones, 6 kills for Kavisha Watley, 5 kills for Soraya Klink in the win. Sunday, the Lady Bears took on host Virginia State, winning that match 3-0, 25-19, 25-19, and 25-22. 14 assists for Michelle Olmeda Gonzalez and 10 assists for Jada Flowers in that win. 10 kills for Kavisha Watley, 7 kills for Jasmine Johnson McCoy. Next up is the first home game of the season this Thursday as it's fan night. The Lady Bears will host Livingstone 6 p.m. We'll hope to see you there. And that was your Bears scoreboard. Yeah, man, I told you, undefeated weekend. Doing big TING. I digress. Let's pause for a sponsor break. This portion of the Shaw Report is brought to you by Summit Hospitality. Summit Hospitality is a proud sponsor of Shaw University Athletics. With 6 Marriott-branded hotels in the Raleigh area, Summit Hospitality can manage all of your lodging needs. Make your reservations for your family or a group by calling 919-669-0576 and let them know that Shaw University Athletics sent you. That's Summit Hospitality, 919-669-0576.
You are now listening to the Shaw Report with Damian Banks.
Man, you